Immigration is a topic that sparks passionate debates across the United States, especially for H-1Bs. And if they from India, this becomes hottest topics. Today, let's explore the Republican Party's key viewpoints on immigration and how rules have evolved over time. Also in last, we try to guess what may Mr. President Trump will do. First and foremost, Republicans prioritize border security. This includes building physical barriers, enhancing surveillance technology, and enforcing existing immigration laws. For example, the Secure Fence Act of 2006, supported by both parties, funded barriers along the southern border. Years later, Republican administrations pushed for a more extensive border wall as a central policy goal. Republicans advocate for a merit-based immigration system. The 1990 Immigration Act introduced employment-based visas like the H-1B for skilled workers. In recent years, Republicans have proposed reforms to expand merit-based visas while reducing reliance on family sponsorship. To ensure fairness in the workforce, Republicans support the use of E-Verify, a system introduced in the 1990s. Over time, many states, often led by Republican governors, have made E-Verify mandatory for employers, highlighting its importance in combating unauthorized employment. Sanctuary cities have become a focal point of Republican immigration policies. In the 1980s, sanctuary laws began gaining momentum, but Republicans have increasingly called for federal action. The Trump administration introduced measures to withhold federal funds from cities that limit cooperation with immigration enforcement. On family-based immigration, Republicans have long called for limits. The 1965 Immigration and Nationality Act prioritized family reunification, but modern Republican proposals, like the RAISE Act of 2017, aim to reduce family sponsorship categories in favor of skilled worker visas. When it comes to programs like DACA, implemented in 2012, opinions within the Republican Party vary. Some support conditional pathways to legal status for Dreamers, while others advocate for stricter enforcement. For instance, attempts to end DACA under the Trump administration sparked nationwide debate. Republicans also emphasize limits on refugee admissions. Under the Refugee Act of 1980, the U.S. admitted over 200,000 refugees annually at its peak. More recently, Republican-led administrations reduced refugee caps, citing national security and resource concerns. Immigration rules have shifted dramatically over the decades, reflecting changing priorities and political debates. Understanding these perspectives and their historical context helps us engage in meaningful conversations. Let's take a closer look at major immigration rules and policies supported or implemented by Republican leaders throughout history. We begin with the Immigration Reform and Control Act of 1986, signed into law by Republican President Ronald Reagan. This landmark law legalized millions of undocumented immigrants, penalized employers who hired unauthorized workers, enhanced border security measures. It was a historic effort to tackle illegal immigration while offering pathways to legalization. In 1996, Republicans in Congress championed the Illegal Immigration Reform and Immigrant Responsibility Act. This law introduced strict penalties for overstaying visas and strengthened border enforcement. It also paved the way for tools like E-Verify, ensuring only authorized workers are hired. The Secure Fence Act of 2006, signed by Republican President George W. Bush, authorized the construction of over 700 miles of fencing along the southern border. This act marked a major step in the Republican Party's long-standing commitment to border security. Fast forward to 2017, under Republican President Donald Trump. Several significant policies reshaped immigration. The travel ban, restricting entry from several predominantly Muslim countries, citing national security. The public charge rule, which limited access to green cards for immigrants relying on public benefits. And reduced refugee admissions, bringing caps to historic lows, just 15,000 in 2021. The Trump administration also focused on expanding the border wall and introduced the Remain in Mexico policy, requiring asylum seekers to wait outside the U.S. during their immigration proceedings. Republicans have long advocated for moving away from family-based immigration, or what they call chain migration, in favor of a merit-based system. The RAISE Act of 2017 was a key proposal to prioritize skilled workers over family sponsorships, though it didn't pass Congress. Programs like DACA, introduced in 2012, have faced opposition from many Republicans. While some support conditional pathways for Dreamers, others argue for stricter enforcement and limits on executive authority. From landmark reforms to stricter enforcement, Republican-led policies have shaped America's immigration system over the decades. As the debate continues, understanding these rules is vital to informed discussions about the future of immigration. Based on comments made in the past by Mr. Trump, we can conclude that family-based visa will go down and merit-based visa will rise. Considering this green card for H-1B may become better, and also we may see positive change in H-1B process.